Dragon Source, sexiest man alive, Alien Slayer, Demon Slayer, superhero. And we're live on New Earth. Let's go. So, what is God? God, what is it? What are people referring to when they use the word God? Because that's all words do, is they point to an idea, a frequency or a vibration. God, when people use that word, they are referring to the highest point their consciousness can conceive of. When someone says God, they are referring to the highest point their consciousness can conceive of. Their highest concept of reality. What they believe is governing all manifestation, all creation. That's what people mean, generally. Now, some people are pantheistic, right? And they'll say gods, right? As in multiple gods, like the planets and astrology. Um, Ares, the god of war, okay? Venus, the god of love, all right? Zeus or Jupiter, the god of, thunder, Thor, okay? So sometimes when people say gods, they're really generally referring to the planets or the main archetypes that control the core vibrations, or you could even call it chakras, of humanity. But when people just say God, singular, they're referring to the highest point their consciousness can conceive of. So, the highest point is based on your own spiritual journey. Some people are awakened, all right? Whatever that means. There's phases, there's stages of it. There's no final point. You can always go higher, 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 and higher, right? So, God is just the overarching principle that is governing reality according to your consciousness, according to your projection mechanism, according to your mind. What you believe is controlling all this. Your concept of that, whatever it may be. And that's ultimately based on your own belief system. And a lot of that comes from childhood, how your parents raised you, right? Your parents are effectively God to you because they created you in the physical. You're a manifestation of them, right? And like they say, what's the guy's name in the Fight Club movie in book? What's his name? Tyler Durden. He says, in the Western world, your model of God is based on your father. Okay, your father is your model of God for the average man. So, if your father was compassionate toward you, you probably have a compassionate view of God. If your father was deadbeat father or not there, you might be more inclined toward atheistic tendencies, etc. If your father gave you very conditional love, then you might believe that God is, you have to go do X, Y, Z and avoid judgment or whatever to get God's approval. You see what I'm saying? So people are going around arguing about God when God is completely personal to everyone. Your own concept of reality, no one has the same perception of reality, therefore no one has the same God. Okay? So when people are talking about God, my God, your God, people are just warring their concepts of reality. Or it could even, that concept is oftentimes just based in a larger thought form, oftentimes correlated with the planets, right? Gods of war, the gods warring in the heavens to abduct as many minds as they possibly can through things like religions or sometimes cults. Same thing. Oops. Religions are just big cults that have been accepted by the mainstream. That's all they are. Okay? So people are debating what God is. They're just debating what they think reality is, truly. And there are different overarching concepts or thought forms or gods, which are really demigods, that are operating in the heavens or a higher dimensional plane to abduct as many followers as possible. It's like playing toy soldiers on a map of the world, okay? And they're using humans as their soldiers. These gods or war generals, right? Because the gods are always at war, because apparently no god is just happy and chilling where they're at. They always got to go try to take more followers. What do religious people do? They always got to try to convert you. Okay? So, what is the hardest god there is? What is the god that could destroy all the other gods? What is a god that has a metaphorical flaming sword that could just destroy every other concept of God? All the other gods, like, there is no God before me. Let there be no other God before me type energy. I'm not saying, we should all worship, Yahweh from the Bible, okay? That's clearly not God, the overall, the totality. Because a jealous God, right? The God in the Bible is clearly a jealous, vengeful God. So, at least in the Old Testament. So, okay, think about it. If you're God, the creator of everything, what would you have to be jealous of if literally everything is under you or your own creation? What would you have to be jealous of? What would you have to be hateful for? Why would you need to go around initiating any wars or conflicts or anything over anything if you have all the power? It doesn't make sense. So, all the religious gods are just demigods. They're not the actual Most High. Okay? Or they wouldn't be engaging in war and conflict and trying to convince people of anything. Source energy doesn't promote itself. Okay? Source energy does not promote itself. It just is. Okay? Source energy has no judgment. There's no judgment system in source energy. It's just you created, piece of you, piece of the divine God spark in you, your spirit goes off across the universe to go on adventures however you want to do with your own free will. You can get as dark and lost as possible if you want to. It's on you. Okay, there's no judgment for anything, no matter how bad. There's no judgment. Because judgment would imply polarization and duality, and the source is a unification. It's the one state. There's no two. There's no duality. There's no division. It's one. Okay? All my ones of Source Nation. You know what I'm talking about. Source energy, divinity, your spirit, your heart. So, what is the God that can destroy all the other gods? What is the real Most High? What is the actual source? It's not any religion. It's not any planet. It's not any demigod. It's not any angel. It's not any demon. It's simply this. It's the one state. It is the one state before all division, before all polarity, before all judgment. It is just right now in perfect peace. It's a being with zero conflict in itself. By definition, the Most High, the Source, cannot be in conflict with itself, or it would be chaos, and that can't be the Most High. That can't be the starting point. Your starting point cannot be chaotic. Otherwise, nothing would exist. It would have all frazzled out and melted away. Your starting point has to be perfection, just pure perfection, 100% light. Your starting point has to be 100% light. If it's anything less than that, 99.999% light, it's not going to work. Nothing would even exist anymore. It would all be primordial ooze, black hole void after billions or trillions of years. There has to be a source of perfection that is keeping everything afloat, because clearly we live in a system that is constantly dying and decaying, right? The trees, their leaves fall off, the fall, right? Man, baby, the sexiest man alive, okay, to eventually old man in death or ascension, right? It's a whole nother video. I have a video on ascension. You can check that out. So, your starting point has to be perfection, the source. You could say unity, but after every spirit has disembarked from the source, the creation light ship, you can check out creationlightship.com. At that point, there is no melting your spirit back into the all. You're just your own spirit forever at that point. But you can exist in orgasmic ecstasy of just pure bliss and in perfect peace, essentially. Like there's no problems nowhere. It's just perfect peace and harmony with everything around you. So effectively, everything's all one, even though you're your own spirit. So that's how source energy operates in unity, but not in a vampiric collective consciousness form of darkness where everyone's getting mind controlled in a hive mind scenario and everyone wants to melt back together as one thing. That's not exactly how it works in source energy. I just want to make that point clear. So you're your own spirit forever, but you can exist in perfect peace and 100% light, 100% fulfilled in your own self as your own mini God. 100% source energy, 100% light, which you can get there after ascension point. You can. Okay? Check out the Ron Amatron YouTube channel. Check out creationlightship.com. In conclusion, God or the Most High is, when everyone says that word, God, they just mean the highest point of awareness their mind can possibly conceive of, the highest concept they have, their overarching concept that is governing all reality, creation, and manifestation. That's what they're talking about. Okay? If they say gods, plural, then they're talking about demigods, the demiurge, planets, the devil, angels, aliens, all kind of weird shit can get in there. Okay? You can have rap gods like Eminem, all right? Okay? You have basketball gods or goats, the Beast, the Baphomet, okay? LeBron, Jordan, etc. I mean, these are just demigod energies. Thor, okay? Pantheism, Hinduism, okay? And none of those gods, all of them are fighting in purgatory because they are not, they're in conflict with themselves and therefore others. They're not perfect peace. They're not source energy. They'll never be happy. They'll always have a void within themselves. It's not source energy. We need to stop worshiping false idol celebrities that are just trying to be demigods, warring for space in the ethers, the astral realms, trying to abduct more minds for worship. It's vampiric. I mean, the entire human race has been designed to give their power away, to be slaves. Something called the worship gene put in humanity, apparently 100,000 years ago, to make us give our power away to external deities. All right? It's like the slave gene, basically. You can look at Billy Carson's work if you want to know more about that. That's who I got that information from. So, so just bottom line, stop worshiping things outside of you. Stop worshiping gods. When you do say God, make sure it's not a religious one, because that's just one of the gods, which is a demigod. It's not the Most High. It's not source energy. Your only link to source energy is through your heart, which is where your spirit resides, which is your divine spark, your divine peace of source energy, the perfected state. Okay? As close as you're ever going to have to pure unity. All right? And the externalized version of source energy, or the Most High, would be creationlightship.com, set up by their ambassador, a light being, Ron Amatron. You can check out his YouTube channel. To prepare people for ascension, right? To give people back more of their spirit, more of their source energy, right? So you really want to be godly, you really want to be like the Most High, then it comes down to spiritual integrity, which is getting as much of your spirit as possible from outside of you back inside of your body, inside of your vessel, kicking all the aliens out, kicking all the entities out, clearing all the darkness, purging all the darkness, clearing all the DNA, quantum healing, creationlightship.com. Get your spirit back because your spirit is God. Your spirit is God. Nothing else. Stop worshiping these celebrities. They're not shit. They're not. You guys might as well make me a celebrity if you want something to worship. I'll actually point you to your own spirit and do you a favor. I should have 10 million followers, not Justin Bieber or Dwayne Johnson. Like, I'm actually doing something valuable to humanity. Where is my 10,000 views? Share this video. Help a brother out. This world's lost, bro. Lost. All right? Man. I'll go to war with any celebrity. Then none of them are shit. None of them. None of them. they're not doing anything valuable for mankind. So, that being said, the dragon is the ultimate spiritual warrior, directing you back to your own spirit, your own God. Power up. Be more. Put you on. Get your consultation. Read the description. Phone number in description. Hit me up. I'll alchemize your problems for you. Get you out of whatever situation you're stuck in. All right? Join Source Nation. Join the New Earth conversation. Signal app. Link in description. All right? Let's link up. We'll start a new civilization, a new tribe, Source Nation, Source Energy, where all the real stars come at, not these fake demonic celebrities, not these false gods. The real God, spirit, spiritual integrity. You think I'm playing? It's to the death, man. I go hard to the death. In love. Much love to all of you. I now command my spirit to take all the thoughts in my head, drop them into my heart, and make me totally real on the Creation Lightship New Earth timeline, where I make a viral video ASAP. 54321, 54321, and 54321. I love you. Peace. Read the description. Share this video to whoever needs to hear it. Like, comment, subscribe. Live from New Earth. Let's go and stay sexy. I love you. Here's one more view of the river for you. All right. Peace.